Yeah, Alpha Dia, yeah. I'm a brother, son, like just born in Senegal and moved to Germany when I was 11. So I was born in Senegal. I had actually like my first teaching, my first school moments was all in Senegal. So my biggest memories from kids' time is Africa, is Senegal. But I was then with my dad in Germany. So there I grew up doing school, all this stuff. And in the end, like I've been starting doing modeling right now, 5-6 years I'm already in there. And was 5 years ago where like the industry was kind of starting to move into a direction where it's getting like more diverse, like getting more open. So that's where I would come up and was doing show-wise big in Milan, Paris, and that was my way. And I had in 2015 a show with Prada that was big opening for me for my career. And that was that way we keep going. Like my agency's been working hard on that image. So, and yeah, as someone like I didn't never have anything to do with fashion or with to know what is it about to be a model. So it was a complete new world for me. And yeah, I had to adapt quickly because you just put in from day one. And if you're starting a shows with Prada, so you're kind of in a higher level already. So you have to, and but it was for me a blessing, a journey, and teached me a lot and opened also my mind about many more things. And like you've been saying, like that this world is like I told myself like being somewhere in Germany and just trying to be proper, having a proper life. I was not having dreams like what I could be, what I could become as an African in a community where I was a minority. So I didn't have that. So for me, it was modeling a blessing to bring me all around the world and to let me also see things and so to be really positive from like platforms like this, what we want to show talents from all around the world, talents from Africa, like and that's really needed because I'm someone who's getting a lot of texts, a lot of Instagram love, and who's like just people being somewhere and being just, yo, man, people tell me you look like me and you're doing so good, and you see you in advertisement and stuff like that, and just makes me happy. And this, like, this how people should be. Everybody should be represented everywhere, you know. So I'm fine. Like I've been as someone who has over 100 flights last year. I'm like really needed this time as well to reflect on myself and. Yeah, and also just like to see also from this time positive moments coming up, you know.
Right.
So
right.
It's difficult, but here being in Germany is like we have the big amounts of the cases, but actually life is still kind of moving slowly, but they're not panicking. Like I think everybody's aware what's going on. But people are still like trying to find a way to
work towards that.
Yeah, definitely. And also just showing solidarity. I think we people, we humanity, we forget that. We all been chasing so much. And right now it's like just having this break and also take it to open way more opportunities, to show way more, because everybody's right now home. So people can be maybe be a little more focused on things that moving than like, in their energy to be better, you know, to be more positive, I think. So I was working in a restaurant in Hamburg, Germany, where there was a photographer who was telling me that I was really photogenic and I should do it because I never really thought about modeling before. And so we did an editorial shoot and we went to agencies. So I got straight away to sign with one of the big name agencies in Germany. And that's where they start building up the careers. It took almost like, I would say 2 years to get there where you can become as a model, like step by step. Like we went first doing a lot of editorials and like working locally with the agency. So, and then if you're starting to get some pictures, they can get you to other agencies that can work way more on your image because as we all know, fashion is more in Milan, fashion is more in Paris. So those agencies are having collaborations. So you just need first to get to sign with one agency with one agency. So this is gonna be your mother agency, and they have to figure out what partner agencies they're gonna place you in, and yeah, this needs also a lot of work from on your side as well, because when you go to those cities like in Milan, they're gonna send you to a lot of casting, so you have to bring your best energy, you have to put your best, to get also those jobs done. But yeah, first step is always actually the best thing for a model, for good working model, to have an agency. You start with one agencies, and they're gonna make the whole collaboration with the rest. Actually, this is a job what you're not actually looking, like you're not the one who is looking for the agencies. It's definitely have to do also with your luck, because if your look is modeling, it's have to be with your appearance. But I think for a lot of energy, for a lot of agencies, for a lot of clients, it's just like to see there's a potential, you see there's someone who is meaning to do this and who is seeing this as a proper job. I think this is also something making difference, because like in the end of the day, me now, I think modeling was in the beginning of my career the hardest, because then now I'm working with the best photographers in the world, so I have the best team back, so they're gonna make sure I'm gonna look good in the picture. Like Hugo Boss, Prada, Versace, Dolce Gabbana, in Paris with Givenchy, Hermes. In America, love Calvin Klein was doing in America. Yeah, mostly all around the world. Like I had those clients. Like also, I was lucky to be able to work as much with clients like Adidas, that was sport, but also super classic like Hermes, like. So that's also something not is not given to a lot of models, but African athleticism gives you a lot of possibility that you can be on both sides. So like kind of I have this, I'm skinny, but I still have the physical body. So
that's a great point.
Paris Fashion Week. I have done like Givenchy, Balmain. I have done Dries Van Noten. I was Off-White, Isabelle Marant, L'Oreal shows. That was like, I think in the last 2 years, I was one of in the top 5 definitely who worked the most shows in Paris. I have like my Parisian agencies who are gonna have me for the fashion week. During that fashion week, they have priority on bookings. So they're gonna send me first to casting. So they're gonna, like now I'm lucky that most big clients, they just, alpha, okay, we want alpha or no. So
you've got to that point where they request alpha, right?
Yeah, they request you, or they don't want to, like, if they don't need you, they don't also need to see you as well. So it's also nice, just not to need to go to a casting if they don't even want you being there. So this is like getting less, but actually, during Fashion Week, when it's like, I can give the example for Paris. Like we have this whole fashion month, what is starting for male models with the Paris pre-castings. So you have 3 days of pre-castings where the client's gonna see you, and then the models goes to London. London Fashion Week is a short fashion week, because London, they are not anymore the big clients like back in the days. So a lot of big people leave London. So then you go to Milan. Milan is gonna be 2 weeks to 10 days, 7 to 10 days. And then from these shows in Milan, the Paris clients are looking also for the models that they're going to take for the show. And as well for them, they took already a look in the pre-casting. So sometimes they tell you, like, oh, don't cut your hair, like, we need you when you come back from Milan. So we do that in Milan. And during Milan, you have also the PT, what is shortly before Milan. Go to Milan, and then after that we are in Paris. And all these jobs is like they can text me at midnight and be like, oh, Alpha, this client needs you, because designers are working during the fashion week like the whole time, like they don't stop. So the agents have to be always available. It's like 24-hour thing during the fashion week. Like that was actually the biggest one. It was straight Prada. I did the casting for Prada, and then they told me you have to, you book for the Prada show. I couldn't even imagine that. I don't know I can't describe this feeling. I tried to call some of my friends and trying to explain that day. I was super nervous. I arrived an hour before the show, like next to the show location, was walking around. Was super nervous. Like at the time, I was just like, "Yo, how is this working? Like, how am I gonna be there?" And at Prada, you have the biggest makeup artists. You have the biggest. There's a lot of attention everywhere, cameras. Yeah, it was quite nervous. Till I got one step on the stage, and before you go out, they like the stylists. They talking to you. They giving also. They telling you the reason why they book you here, because when I was doing my Prada first show, we were like 60 models maybe and 2 black models. And that was, all of us 2 was our first show. So when we were doing this we were nervous. We didn't know, like, are they taking enough time for us for the makeup? And why are they taking more time with him? And like, we are comparing ourselves with the others, and this getting us super nervous. And when we got to the stage, and there's the stylist, and he's like giving you this power, like that you're beautiful, that he's telling you why you are there. And for a certain brand out like Prada, and you understand this meaning, and I don't know, when I stand on the stage, I'm boom. I get the hype. I feel it, and every time I'm on stage, the way I walk, people appreciate it, and you get that energy back. So it gives me a nice feeling to be on the runway, definitely. Like the biggest, like I always say, Fernando Cabral, like Armando Cabrals, there are like new people that are like here in this, that I was looking up to when I started, and Adonis Bosso, Conrad Bromfield, they doing a great job for the culture before already, and that's been people I've been following too. And right now there's a huge amount of African models, Afro-American models, like Caribbean models that are coming up, and that's like having a big potential. And also what I appreciate a lot is like there's this change in the people, you know, like when I remember when I started, yes, definitely, like there are like great examples, like especially coming from Nigeria. Like Nigeria been having agencies that are working in an international level, that are respected, that are having one of the greatest models like right now, and they did great job. I've been having a lot of people coming up to me and asking about the chance of scouting in Senegal or going and finding a face there, and that's something that makes me really happy if I can see that someone who can get his dream. Like we have an example about the guy from Ghana. He's a Muslim guy from Ghana, super shy in his beginning, but now he's one of the greatest character. He's like big, like he's always styled up. But when he started modeling, he was not like that, because the area where he grew up was way conservative, and so when he found out the modeling gave him the power to travel wherever he wanted to go, so he became that free person who does something really nice. Like I really love seeing him doing really great, and like having the power now, the stage, to be whatever he wanna be, and like being just like that open person. You know, there's something really great as well. So in modeling is giving right now those stories, like, and this is something I'm really happy about it. And this is also something like people are, oh, is it more open for black people now? No, it's nothing with open, because that's like people been working really hard behind. There's a lot of African artists and a lot of African people being, every time, like a lot of big designers, I was sitting there and I see, oh, why is this? There's a black guy sitting next to him. He's an advisor. He's the one they share the ideas with. So, and like there's a lot of people right now that are on the top of the map, and they are like black. And so this is not opening. So people have been working hard. If you see a show of white, because Virgil Abloh is Ghanaian. So of course,
Virgil Abloh,
he's booking, then he booked me in all his 7 first Off-White shows. I was doing it, you know, and I was always happy to be represented.
That is awesome.
You know, so and those people, they've been working super hard. Like Rihanna, when she started her makeup brand, I never thought about being able as a dark-skinned black model to have the power, the possibility to do a makeup to do a makeup advertisement as a man. This will never happen before. And then people like Rihanna bring something up, and then now we have this possibility to be able to dream about being a face of a makeup line. But if you see, the chef of the British Vogue is African. The chef of the GQ worldwide is African.
Right.
So, and we don't have that. So how is it like? Because black people are doing well, so we're gonna get there. This is nothing you can't stop anymore. So people like, if you see Edward Anningford been working amazingly hardly to get where he's now, and I think this gonna open. deny it. They can't look down to it. You know, they can't.
No, they can't.
Oh yeah, it's depend on your energy, but it's depend on what you also making for contacts. Like I think what you're making for moves, or if you having the time to invest in something that is beside the modeling, because I think you can't wait for the moment that modeling is gonna quit you or you're gonna quit modeling, because there's gonna be always someone who's gonna shoot you, and there's always, but it's have to be at the point what you wanna become as a model, what you want from modeling. So from there, you know where is the time to stop, where is the time to go over. Because me, like that's what I always want, and what's definitely want, something I always want to have to in my power is the time to quit. And I don't want to be standing there to be like, oh, no, now I'm at that point that I'm not having it, you know, like I'm not working enough. And no, I'm just want to be at that power, at that level to be like, yo, no, this time, this is the time, and I'm doing my other jobs and I'm doing my other stuff, and I found out something else to do. Because modeling has been a blessing for me, so I'm not like now seeing the moment to quit it. But if I want to be the one who's like gonna go from it, because it's gonna be hard if you wait for modeling to quit you. Yeah, like we had to scout the model in Milan that I just saw the potential, that he have the potential to do it. So I went to my agency and tell them the story, and they went to him. They signed him, and he was this season. He did Zegna as the big show in Milan. Wow. He did in Pitti. He did the Jill Sander show. What was amazingly big show, too big, amazingly show. What he started with, what is making him dream, what is making his parents dream. But it's like something great, and I always wanted to do. And so this is what I'm like really want to work on in the future as well. Because I'm happy. I can see what this brings to me to help my people, to help my family, like in a different way. Like you can go into my family, you can go into my hometown, and if you say Alpha Dia, people will like, their heart will be happy, you know, like they know I'm someone from them, and this is something, if I can have the chance to give it to someone else to bring this around, I would be happy to do it. And this is a world that is opening for new people, and in modeling there's a lot of chance, and as well you can become from modeling, after modeling you can become everything, because I think it's a job that's let you dream. Yeah, I think when it was coming to be constantly, when I was starting to live my life with it, to pay my life with it, when I went the first time to give my mom money that she thought I'm selling drugs. So and things like that. I don't know. Like the moment I started to feel it as well in my life, that's been changing my life. Because before, I remember doing big shows and doing big editorials, and still going back to the restaurant and working in the restaurant. You know, because modeling is something given that maybe 2% or even 1% of the models are really earning money that they can learn from it, especially male models. So they even less that can live from it, like definitely. And so the beginning, the first 2 years, I was everywhere, the Prada boy. So, and I didn't have like really that money. So that was definitely a challenge. And yeah, now it's become better. It's definitely changed that life in that direction. Big, yeah. I think yes or no. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think because it brings a lot being as an African, because we still have those situations that in the shoot you have if we are 5 models, you will have 1 African part. So, and this is making the challenge. This making the how is it called, like the. For the clients, they have to decide always between 2 models, 2 black models, so mostly like that. So this is definitely a harder part, but I think right now is the best moment to become black and African and model working industry. Is like right now a really good timing to do it, to start it, because this industry has a lot to offer. And especially also just not being in the big campaigns, but I think you can just doing e-commerce. there's a lot of e-commerce going around, and me with my skin, they have less work to do. With my hair, they don't have work to do, so it's easy for a lot of clients to book me as well. Yeah, it's for the clients as well. Site is something, so it's really good time to become as a model, as an African model, like I think. Yeah, I worked for Kenneth and East from Nigeria. That was one of the nicest shows. We worked this show. There was Naomi Campbell was there. Alton Manson was there. Iman was there. There was like right now the Mayowa, the biggest African models. Like right now, we're all there because when they ask me like, oh, hey Alpha, there's this client asking, but they don't have really like it's like this casting director is not known in. Oh, and I saw, it's Kenneth, and I was really happy. So I told the agency straight away, this is priority. I have to do this one. So no matter what, like, I really want to do that one. So, and then when I got to do it, so all of us, we were there to represent, and that was really something really, really nice. And also working a show with Naomi Campbell. That was for
How was that? What was that experience like?
That was amazing, and that was that was for a Nigerian designer who was opening last year Paris Fashion Week as the first African designer who come to Paris Fashion Week to be official part of the Paris Fashion Week. That is how far we are right now already. So we're going. There's a lot of things happening, and so we're really happy about to do that and to work for it. Yeah, definitely. Like I've been working on my organization. Like I have an organization that is was focused to support children and their parents in poverty. And with the coronavirus, of course, we straight away have a lot of way more cases, way more problems to deal with those kids that we've been working with. So that was the moment when I started to do my first fundraising, and that was a big challenge for me as well, to keep communication with people, to find a new way to. So we started like making donations and to support those people. So we got like some. Like food, we get sanitizers, we get some stuff that can help, just maybe not also to help them in a long way, but also to understand that this is a real serious problem and people are thinking about those that's gonna be more affected from it if it's got there, and that's also getting affected already from the cut down, from the shutdowns, So and this has been a big problem. So that's the moment when I was like, okay, we have to do something, I have to work on something. And that's when I started thinking, I have this platform. And I was already someone who started from day one modeling. I thought about, I have so many followers. So when everybody put €1, it's like this and this. So and this is a dream. This is something we can help. We can do something. Like think about it. If Gigi Hadid will ask her follower to, and everybody will do it. €1. She has 14 million, or I don't even know. So this is a big thing. What we can move things around. So I thought about that, and I asked my followers to. We made like the first goal was 5,000, and now we collecting more to just reach more families. And this is something also people have the big problem with, to have. Those kind of organization that have the transparency, that you can trust, that they're not gonna be like, with the money we're gonna do this and this. No, me, I'm every 6 months in Senegal, so I have my people there. I'm there, so I know what's like kind of needed. I know where you can put some water on the fire, so to help it on the fire, so, and this is why I needed to do something, and was really happy about it, that we could get some people to donate, and little by little we're getting to our goals, and we're helping a lot of people, and this is something I'm really proud of, and I want to really continue to, and I wish for everyone who can give me more energy to continue this, to get this more higher. This is not for me, this is for the people, this is for those who need it. And I was lucky enough to be one of those kids, and that's get this platform, and there's a lot more who deserve also just to have a standard and little things. So that's what I see. Yeah, you can find out, like, we have a link what I can share. I can even put it here. We have on my Instagram page. Is it in the bio? We have an Instagram page where you can also follow what we're doing, and Alpha Dia Foundation, easy. And there you can just take a look at it. And also, if you just have an advice, like for me, it's anything.
Right. It's not always about
anything,
money.
you know,
About
like
money, right?
yeah, it's not have to be always like in form of. But if you have advice, if you're good in something, if you know experiences and you want to tell us, because we just like a little thing what's want to become like really helpful. That's all we want, and everybody is welcome to help. And yeah.
Exactly.
We have 24,000 followers. If I get 24,000 euro, we got 5,000 and could reach almost 500 families. So can you imagine like what we can do? You know, so there's a possibility to reach out like with little things, because we're blessed to be in places.
We are.
Where we go, like me, that's what I say to the people here. Like we living blessed place. We go 8 hours to work. And we chilling. We can go every time to the doctor. We can be good, you know. We can like people are working in this world 15 hours to give their kids tomorrow not enough to eat, you know. So we have to be blessed, and we have to think about those people. And I'm like me. They ask me a question like, "What will you think? What you will share with everybody when you have it? One thing, your superpower," and I will say empathy. I will give to everybody empathy, and that's what from there we can move, you know. So yeah,
that's big.
Important.
That's big.
I will tell you like definitely modeling is a way, and you will always meet different people in your life, and some will believe, some will not. It's like me. I'm one of the best working male models, but I still have those clients who don't want and who not looking for me. So I have to always keep myself in a good motivation. I have to put my priority and not letting the judgment of this industry brings me abroad of what I'm looking for. You know, in the end of the day, you're always looking for success. You're looking for recognition. You're looking for to make dreams coming true. But if you're finding different stuff in a job, so maybe that's not the place. And then you just move on and just not lose yourself in something what you think, okay, I have to get this happy, you know. Sometimes I had this in the beginning, was at his client, so, and I was doing everything, but I couldn't make them happy, so because they were not happy with my face. So it's like that, you know. I can't do anything, so you have to always find, because I find some models that people texting me to young, inspiring model, and they don't have the platform. I know it's hard, it's really hard, but it's something is opening more with things like that, where you get to talk to people, and it's opening more. But we also have to be focused that in the end of the day, what's the most important to eat and to pay your bills. And this is something what every human have to make sure that you're, because modeling is nice, it's a good job, it's a job, but it's also a dream job. You know, it's like football player, not everybody can become. You know, there's a lot of depending on a lot of others. Me, when I always watch football, I'm like, man, this guy is so shit, I can better than him. But he's in that position, you know, like, and this is as well as in modeling. Sometimes people looking at me, even when they be like, yo, I look better than this guy, why not me? But yeah, this is sometimes nobody can do it. Yeah, you can't, it's just, yeah, so you have to find out like the right moment to see yourself in the industry. So no matter how motivated you are, you can't book yourself. Yeah, thank you very much for everybody watching me. And thank everybody for everybody. And I hope you guys stay safe and stay healthy. And just try to be positive. I know it takes a lot of energy this time, and especially for those in America and those places where you hear a lot of coming from the news. But just think about your neighbor. Hey, go talk to your neighbor. Go check on the people next to you. Like, let's social distancing. Yes, but more physical distance, you know, like let's be social, let's be together, and then we're gonna get this done, you know, like I believe in this, and I think we humanity needed this maybe to develop certain values that we lost, you know, and yeah, it's super important now, and that's what I wish for everybody, and that we coming together and be able to reach our dreams. And because we live in people complaining. I see people complaining about not having the power to travel, but maybe we can now think more about others that have problem just to go to the doctor because they can't pass the street because there's things going on and stuff like that.
Right. It's not always about you.
Crazy world, yeah. It's a crazy world.
It's a huge world out there.
Yeah, definitely. And I really wish everybody to get inspired to follow pages like this, to be able to learn new things, to be able to dream, to be able to reach their goals, and whatever they're getting from this platform and from people like us, and that's just like working to. And I'm really thankful for you as well to reaching out to me. And I saw this page like tag me on pictures, so I start following it, and I see his great work is getting done, and really appreciate this work because also this was not always given, because I remember working the first shows, and there are some like a lot of pages been sharing the image.
Right.
Model, but now seeing that all my shows are in the internet because they are like creative pages working for us as well and putting us there in the front.
Yep.
This is something really great, and we thank you very much for this possibility, and I really hope all my people that's following me gonna get the chance now to follow you as well and see the great work you've been doing, and to get the moods and the inspiration for all African creatives walking around, because we work in the industry where you need moods, where you get inspired from others, and having people who give those African designers, those African workers, those African creatives the platform. I'm really thankful for that, and this is just gonna make us gonna make it all more like the diversity we've been talking is on us. Not giving the moods. Like now I can tell to a Senegalese guy who wanna do a shoot, I'm like, yo, go on this page, look at African creative.
Look at
the moods. You can get it from there, you know. It's something. Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You're a good man. I pray that you continue to do what you do, and best of luck. And hopefully we can see you again on the runway very soon. After we all make it on the other side of COVID-19.
On the other side, yeah. I will. We're gonna do something. I'm gonna take you live on Instagram backstage. We're gonna do something like.
Absolutely.
Let's show more deeper. Yeah. We can show something. Great.
Yeah. All right, brother. Thank you so much, man. And have a great weekend.
All right, bless you, man.
All right.
Bye.